Now, you guys are probably going to be wondering, where's the chapter 80 review? You also missed like 4 others. Where are those at? We're going to have a quick little powwow session as to how I felt about the last chapter of Gachi. And it came across as the closing of an arc, right? Chapter 80. I'm glad we reached chapter 80, by the way. Big shout out to everybody who's been supporting me with the Gachiakuta movement. But what I'll say is it made me feel empty inside. Maybe because like I really love Gachiakuta, so like when there's some stuff that happens that I don't really like vibe with, I gotta voice my opinion about it. And I said this in the comment section of yesterday's Kagurabachi video. I was like, you know, something felt missing last chapter. It just didn't have that closeout. And chapter 81 completely blew all of my doubts and worries away about Gachi, dude. It completely wiped that whole thing away. Chapter 81 possibly has me the most hyped that I've been for Gachi in a while. Because it was a lot of things that I was hoping that was gonna happen before this arc ended, and I was scared that we weren't gonna get a lot of this shit. But this chapter's set up for everything. Rudo's worries are still on his brain. Zodel is not as one-track minded and as simple as I thought he was. But that's not the most important part of this entire chapter. We got a glimpse into the future of Gachiakuta, and I'm gonna get into that in a second. But man, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy DomoSenpai, and we are here with chapter 81 of Gachiakuta. Big shout out. Hey, hold up, I gotta talk some shit. Where's everybody who was saying Gachiakuta was gonna get canceled and axed 50 chapters ago? Where y'all at? Nowhere to be found, right? And praise God, because if I catch y'all, understand, I'm gonna have to talk my shit in your face. I keep receipts. Let me take a sip of this coffee real quick while I'm at it. So anyways, yes, we escaped the trash beast. Like I said, last chapter had me feeling a little iffy. I had a week to sit on it too, because dude, we had like multiple breaks for chapters, no? Like we had a break and then a chapter and then a break again. Or was it like a 2-week break and then a chapter and then another break and then we got this chapter? It's been a little dismal, my Gachiakuta fans, I'm sorry. But this chapter was insane, and not for the reasons you may think. There's no action, it's all story. That's what's got me hype about this. So like I said, we escaped the trash beast, we back on the ground floor, and one of the most important aspects of this was Rudo's feelings. We're smack dab in the middle of Penta, and that's where Amo is. And not only are we where Amo is, we have her boots. This is relatively important because Rudo now has more questions than he's ever had. I also have more questions than I've ever had. Where is Amo, right? Where is she? And it's like, he doesn't even want to think about that shit right now because we just got out of a fucking battle for our lives, bro. And I thought it was cool seeing everybody come to our rescue. And then Rudo says something weird. I don't know if this is a mistranslation, but I would like for y'all to let me know in the comments if you guys are reading the Pair 2 translation for this, if there was something that was just like oddly translated, because he sees Gris and Gris is like, yeah, I'm glad you're okay. And Rudo just says, my brother. What did he mean by that? You've never had a brother. But maybe it's that he sees Gris as like, maybe this is what a brother is. Maybe this is what family is, because remember, Engine always mentions stuff like this. Zanka too on occasion, but Engine more so, right? Like maybe this is what it really feels like to have brothers that got your back. And then this is where things get a little wicked. And I know y'all are gonna get excited because Guida's showing skin, but it's not about what she showed, it's about what she said. She heard him say that he was trying to make a Watchman series and it didn't work. And Tomsy, weirdly enough, like thought about it for a second and was like, make the Watchman series? So I wonder if everybody has an idea as to what the Watchman series truly is. Because I know Rudo has talked about it on occasion, but I don't think we talked about it with Tomsy and them. This is also like a very, very wicked moment, right? This is what made me realize that Zodel is far more calculated than I gave him credit for, because we did have the discussion about this being, you know, just an experiment for the most part. We really were just guinea pigs to him. Like I said, I thought he was erratic. I thought he was impatient. I thought he was gonna be one of the low-level villains of this, but no, bro, he is way more sinister than I ever thought, because he was willing to sacrifice Nelda for this, and we'll get to Nelda in a minute because that is also important. And where's Fu, right? What happened to Fu? Last thing think we saw a fool he was having an argument with himself or the spirit within himself. We haven't even talked about that yet, but I'll end up making a video about that at some point. This whole thing was an experiment, and he even mentioned Nelda being one of the most like important parts of the experiment. Like, she was a fine specimen warrior and she bloomed beautifully. And this is where it gets even more wicked, because we learn about the Raiders star team. Who the fuck is that? Obviously we got Wormhole Girl, we got Jabber over here who's a part of the star team, you got this chick back here, and 3 more. I don't know if this is just like fill-in for, you know, way more characters than this, right? Way more Raiders like the star team, but the female I'm very interested in, because you could just tell. Then we move on, and the first order of business that Zodel has for Bundus is the chokers. This is where shit got weird, because I'm like, bro, what do you mean? He said, this experiment has confirmed my suspicions that they were made by a giver, which we talked about, right? We always thought that that was the case, and that they require blood, like a piece of your blood, to be able to communicate. Because he says, and one with enough power to disseminate across most of the ground. It is extremely likely that this giver holds a part of the Watchman series. How? Just how many pieces of cloth makes up the Watchman series? And by the way, he looks very sickly on some like Nagato shit from fucking Naruto, right? It looks like it's going to be a depressing arc once we learn about this guy. He wants Bundus to get a hold of the creator. Maybe this is what the captain meant by, like, you know, he has his informant. Maybe this is what that is. Because remember when I thought that Bundus was the informant because, you know, he's always looking for information? Maybe this has something to do with that. Maybe it's gonna go down with this arc. But anyway, that's not even where the cookie crumbles. We move on to the next page, and we see the shorty from Zonka's backstory, bro. And Nelda, by the way. Nelda is still alive. She's still alive. But what I will say is it gonna be a Nelda redemption arc? Are we really about to learn about more of Zonka's backstory? Because it's not just the shorty, bro. It's also Zonka's family, because look at this pic. Bro, this, like I said, when I saw this, I almost shit myself. I was on the toilet reading this, so it makes even more sense. But bro, we are about to get a full either Nelda redemption arc or a full-on like Zonka redemption arc, bro, because dog, it's about to go down. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Here's the thing. We don't know if the shorty from Zonka's backstory is one of the Raiders star team, right? We don't know. She could be, but I don't think so, because she doesn't have any Raider gear on, right? She's still very nomadish in a sense. Like, maybe she's looking for Zonka as well, you know? Maybe she is. But Zonka's family though, that might be his older sister, because remember, we learned about that. We learned about that in his backstory, that the rest of his family were prodigies. Nobody could hold a candle to them. And maybe that's what this is gonna be. Oh, dog, I am so excited for the future of Gachiakuta, and there's so much more to come, dude. I'm so excited to be a Gachiakuta fan. Now, by the way, we talked about this before. I think Gachiakuta can get an anime now. I think with the way that this just ended, we could get a 2-core anime, a 24-episode anime about this entire arc up until this point. This shit blew my mind. I'm so, like I said, I'm excited. Let me know if you got, oh, to my Bachi bros, if y'all fuck with Kagura Bachi, y'all gonna fuck with Gachiakuta. Just trust me on this. This is what you want while waiting for Kagura Bachi. I love Gachiakuta. If you haven't seen any of my Gachi videos, make sure y'all go check them out, bro. I made over 100 of them things, and obviously this is gonna just add to that pile. But yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. I really want to get to editing this video. This chapter was so fucking good, man. This chapter was so good. I can't believe that we really get to experience this. I fucking love it. I fucking love it, bro. I fucking love it. With that being said, it's your boy DomoSenpai, and I will catch you guys in the next video.